Hey yo, it is your truly, Lamore the Cena, aka Mr. Kool Spot, aka the lyrical storyteller, aka Limo, aka backslash the Gator.
It's the backslash the gator for
Come
me. But
on now,
y'all know
you
he
know
is
the
your
backslash.
co-host, Free the Poet,
Yeah.
having to keep the gator together. Okay, y'all. How you feeling today, though, Limo? I
I
know you
mean,
out there in those treacherous
I'm
roads.
yeah, I'm in Brownsburg, Indiana right now. It's been snowing. It snowed all last night. And
Mm,
I here for another training, but
okay.
it's been good. It's been good. It's been a long week, but it's been good at the same time. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, you
Oh
know, when
yeah.
you're trying to do good stuff, adversity got to try to come, right?
Oh man, we can get into all of that. we
All of it. But
uh,
y'all,
we
it's how
go
you
ahead.
choose to preset your day, okay?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you want peace, I have the peace that I desire, okay?
Yeah. We gotta
So
speak it. Gotta
as we
speak it.
have this peace, we gotta understand some feathers will be ruffled, some things
Yeah.
will come along the way, but we're gonna knock it out one day at a time, y'all.
Absolutely. And it's been beautiful though, man. It's been beautiful. And I've really been what's been keeping me excited though, to be honest, Free,
Mm-hmm.
is this next guest we have up, Free.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. We have Mr. Tivon Howard, and
Mm-hmm.
he is a Wake County Sheriff candidate.
Right.
So Free, yes. This is gonna
I,
be phenomenal. I'm excited, man. How you feeling, Free? How you what you
it's
think?
gonna be a great build. It's gonna be a great build. I can't wait to get into it. Even some of the suggestions that he has is
Yeah,
just phenomenal. But before we jump started, let's
yeah.
remind everybody where they done came to.
Let's
Let's
take a
remind y'all where y'all stopped by. Y'all swung by the cool spot.
cool spot.
Ah. Woo! Yo, turn the track up, dude. Turn it up. This confirms it. What I already knew, it confirms it right now. We're in a moment. It's like
I don't mean to impose, yes, but my God, I'm just too cold. No chain, no range, and no gold. But my God, I'm just too cold. Just too cold. Just too cold.
y'all know that it's gotta be cold if we say it to you just too cold.
All right now. Well,
Okay.
we are getting
Okay.
prepared to bring in our special guest. And as y'all can see, Mr. Degator over there, he double working, y'all, because it doesn't stop. So if you're doing something that you love, sometimes you got to have another full time also, okay? So we make the most out of it. And I'm going to unmute him now.
Oh my goodness.
I was telling her how you double working, and it's okay. Sometimes we got to do a little double work.
I am double working. I had to turn my trailer in for service, so I apologize for that. It just happened. The dude just pulled up on me. He pulled up on me.
He pulled up on you.
Free.
He said, "Look, run me that trailer though. Go ahead.
He said,
While
"Run
we
me that
here."
trailer. Come on, I hit you up earlier. Run me that. I need that." All right, but anyway, we do apologize for that. All is well. But yeah, go ahead for what you were saying, and we can go
All
ahead.
right. So we're gonna bring our friend Savon Howard up for he is running, he's a candidate for Wake County Sheriff. He brings over 20 years of law enforcement experience as well as years of military service. But we're not gonna keep you all waiting any longer. We're gonna go ahead and bring him into the live with us. How you doing today, Savon? How you feeling?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys? I'm doing
We are
great,
great.
man. Blessed, just blessed to be here.
Come on, man. That's awesome, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to see, and this is not even a pun to anybody or any other race, but it's good to see our black people doing great things, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, man, and I'm honored that you're on with us today. I have a big passion for our black men. A big,
Mhm.
huge passion for our black men. I look up to our black men. I call our black men successful. Those that are actually working boots to the ground. That's putting the work in, man. So thank you, brother. We want to thank you at the Cool Spot for all that you're doing, man. This is gonna be phenomenal. Yeah,
Yeah, it's my pleasure, man. And you just appreciate doing something for
yeah,
the community and staying focused in the community, man, instead of doing your own thing and not caring about yourself, but yourself. That's important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, Free, you want to start us off, Free?
I do. It's the selflessness that I love. It's the act of community and service, and it's something that here at the Kool Spot we pride ourselves on really wanting to give and better all those that are connected to us that we touch, and to meet other like-minded people with those same acts of service type of mentalities is so refreshing. And
yeah,
because there is a gap that has to be bridged with
Yeah,
our community and with law enforcement, and
yeah,
without us having to be scared of
yeah.
one another. And the fact that you're just like, no, I'm here. I'm here. We're going to work together. What does
Mhm,
the community want? Like, this is how we're going to better it.
mhm.
So
yeah,
I'm super excited to have you here. We kind of want to get started. We want to know a little bit of your background, if that's okay with you, what you
yeah,
want to share. I mean, I have the cheat sheet, so I know a little something, something. But so everyone
yeah.
else can hear kind of from you. Give us a little bit of your background.
So yeah, I originally grew up in Ohio. I grew up in Ohio. I left Ohio when I was about 17, 18 years old and came
Mhm.
straight to North Carolina.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
okay.
Joined,
Ohio.
I
Yeah.
joined the military, and I stayed here and traveled overseas quite a few different places and came back right here. Started my
Mhm,
family here and rooted here ever since. I ain't gonna
mhm.
tell you my age, but I'm getting old. Uh,
Oh,
You still
you
yeah.
young.
look
Still young.
fine. You
You
all
look
right.
great. You look great,
So
brother.
and after that, I just joined a police force because service. I wish the military taught this to everybody, but where I was in the military, it taught me you service the nation, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to continue to serve. You have to, I always looked at it as God having a servant heart. I'm
Mhm.
no different than Him, and I
Yeah.
should be the same way.
Be the
And
same.
it shouldn't be about stacking my coins and all this other stuff. It should still be, even if you're stacking your coins, you still can serve. And
Yeah.
so, I just continue to serve in heart. I've been trying to, I knew uh, a long time ago that it was, issues in the community, but I didn't want to be a part of the problem. I wanted to be a part of the solution. And so,
Mm.
Yeah.
throughout the process of me going through this, patrol supervisor, first sergeant on patrol,
Mhm,
I'm a major crime supervisor, and I'm
mhm.
running for Wake County Sheriff. I wanted to continue the service. I even decided that I wanted to step out on faith. I was a substitute teacher.
Okay.
Wanted to teach our kids, be
Yeah.
focused on our kids, making sure they stay out of trouble. I
Yeah.
also, believe it or not, was a foster parent when I raised already 6 children. And
Oh.
I just wanted to
Yep.
fight the fight and keep our kids away from a lot of the drama and keep them inspired that something good is going to come out, even though we always go through a storm. Something's good
Yeah.
going to come out of that storm. So that's just been my whole life. So, running for sheriff is just the next step of just, instead of doing it in a small area, I want to do it for a bigger area. That's just the next step.
Mhm.
So that's the
Yeah.
reason why I decided to do it. And that's my priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Free has a thing. We say amongst each other, protect the babies. Protect
Yes.
the babies. You know what I mean? Because the baby, they're the future. Without them, we don't have anything left. You know what I mean? So if and what I realize in our society today is the way that it was back in the 70s and the 80s, like as far as the parenting styles, it's changed drastically today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the way that the kids are today with parents and the bond and the relationships, it's horrible. It's a lot of younger parents that are doing it, which is fine. I was a young parent. I was like 17 when I had my daughter, and I learned a lot from it. But
Mhm.
like my daughter has gone through the rough with me because I've had custody of her since 2007.
Mhm.
So and I've always tried to explain things along the way so she could understand. As life goes on, we go through things and experiences, but we don't let that hold us down. We got to
Mhm.
learn how to rise above it. For every situation that takes place, it's designed to make us better. It's
Yeah.
designed to make us better. So, yeah, I love that you did that with the foster kids. Then you already had 6 kids, and then, bro, yeah, this is
And it's a
good.
lot of work. It's a lot of work and extra duties and all that other stuff. But you know what? It was all
Yeah,
worth it. And I don't have children I have children that are doing successful things in their lives, and hopefully,
Phenomenal.
I'm being a leader again, not just for my children, but even for them foster kids that I still know and keep a relationship with. They're gonna see me, and they're gonna know that it's possible to do something better and continue to strive to grind and get yours and get better, and hopefully they pass on, because I've known this to happen too, that foster kids adopt other foster kids and all that other stuff, and I'm hoping to be fortunate enough to pass that on to them. I mean, that's what really life is about, I remember listening to grandparents and all of them. They paved the way for us to get there.
They did.
We do that. Why don't we just continue that process? It ain't hard.
It ain't rocket science, right?
Yeah.
When you're practicing what you're preaching, not only are you sitting here and advocating and saying it just to say it, but you're putting those things in motion to make sure that we are at a point where we can grow.
Yeah.
And I would always suggest, before you ask for a job from the public, do the work first, then ask for the job. Stop asking for the job and you just talking. We all tired of that. Do the work first. Where's your community outreach? What's going on with you before you ask for the job? Just saying.
You know what? That leads us over into the contribution section.
Come on,
you just said that.
Let's talk about
it. And we had a phenomenal conversation, prior to being on, and it was about a certain budget. And instead of, and I'll let you expand upon
budget and
being a personal, having a personal understanding of this particular concern or this particular area, I could understand the need for something to change, if that makes sense. But I'll let you go ahead and then we'll chat about it.
So I'll start with just simply with the first part of that conversation we had. And that was, making all the deputies, making all the individuals, not the jail staff. It's kind of a separation in there. They don't even get paid the same retirement and all that stuff. And so I really wanted to make them guys good. But at the same time, my real big goal within the first 180 days is to stop the individuals from going to jail for child support, getting them out here and giving them an option. Pick up some trash and to earn some money so that they don't have to go to jail. And I take it out of my budget, cut my budget $1 million to try to pay yearly or whatever I can, along with with the county commissioners. I want to cut the budget. I don't want to house them. It costs more to house anybody just simply in jail for child support. It costs too much. Pick up some trash. By the end of the week, you made about $400 or $500. Keeps you out of jail. Keeps your baby mama paid. Pay that money to your mother of your child. You don't have to go to jail for child support. It's just too much residual back and forth going inside that jail that we can really focus on, and it's a strategic focus to make sure that you're out. You don't have to worry about it. You pick up some trash. You ain't got a job right now. That's okay. You pick up some trash for a week. Get it. Your baby mama get a check directly coming from the Wake County Sheriff's Office or wherever. I don't care what title it is. It ain't mine. It's the community's money anyway. Why not use it for the better resources of keeping our young men out of jail for simple child support? So that's one of my contributions I want to bring to the Sheriff's Office.
Well, let me ask you.
Family type of situation. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you this real quick before you get too deep. Do you think this could be something that you could actually have like a partnership with the courts? Because I know the courts do like a lot of community service, especially like first time offender programs and stuff like that. So could this be something like, because they have a lot of areas that they already contract with, and I'm just thinking as you were talking, I said, man, like, if this could be like a collaboration kind of thing with the courts, then this could also lead people that claim that they can't find jobs, give them opportunity to find an actual job.
Absolutely.
Right? It doesn't matter what.
There's a couple of more programs. I like to keep them close to the vest, but you're about to make me tell it all.
I got you. I'll calm down.
But you're exactly right. The court system does have those programs, and those programs could collaboratively work with the first offenders program. And maybe we can work with the district attorney's office to try to get that to where, and we have security guy or somebody, an individual that actually watches and makes sure that they do what they say they're going to do, and
Yeah.
it gives them an opportunity.
It gives an opportunity.
You know, yeah, it gives them an opportunity to say, hey, do you want to go to jail or do you want to stay out and just go ahead and pick up some trash? I'm tired of looking at trash. I know you're tired of looking at trash. First of all, we got to stop littering, but you know, at the point of, you know, it's really all about uplifting and making our community better. Telling you, it feels better when you ain't looking at all. It doesn't look like a jungle. It feels better. Sorry, it just
does. And even with that, like being on the other side, being somebody, I'm gonna tell some of my personal business.
Yeah,
being on the side of, you know, having a child support case, and understanding that, you know, sometimes it can be hard on both parties, but someone going to jail still doesn't help support the child. And so it's kind of the broken system, the rigmarole. And it's kind of like where it almost makes it seem like it's parent versus parent, when it's kind of like, well, no. They're just kind of trying to step in to help facilitate. So this is a facilitation thing. If you don't have it, how can we make this better? How can we make this function so that the child is not lacking? Because in all of this, it becomes an adult issue and the child still goes without at times. You know what I'm saying? Or one parent is overcompensating because one parent cannot. And it does become difficult. Sometimes people can't find jobs. And so it's not the point of lacking of compassion, because once you've initiated that case, that mom really doesn't have anything to do with it. Now it's the state's business. They want their 10%. And they want you to pay what you have to pay so that they can get it. And I think that sometimes that's not clear. It's not clear that, no, it's not me calling down every day saying, where's the money? But it's more or less like, okay, well, you've paid us to facilitate, so we're going to facilitate. So giving those non-custodial parents assistance when maybe they are down on their luck to say, hey, so that you don't go, we have this other opportunity. I think it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
And I think it will create better relationships and co-parenting relationships, because it's not like, oh, if I talk to you, then I'm going downtown today.
Right.
Yeah. And so, you know, with that being said, you're exactly right. And I don't want it to be super hesitant either. So that's why, you know, at the same time, we know that any budget, it's $101 million budget. You can cut some of that budget to make sure that it goes. You can't be an enforcer without having options not to enforce.
Right.
Give those options away from that. And so simple things like that. Now, I'm not going to tell you that if you got child support, you have something serious pending, that you shouldn't be dealing with that. You know, that's two different things. But simple child support, we're paying more to house these individuals than we are just letting them get out, let them work a few dollars, and then that money goes to somewhere solid that mama ain't got to worry about. You know, oh, I got to work extra shifts. Well, they got him the other week. He out here working, so I'm about to get me a check. That's just the way it is, and that's the way you should feel, and that's what should happen. $40,000 and $50,000 behind in child support is absolutely ridiculous. We got options. I'm surprised it took me to think of something like this during these times, but this is times where we have to think like this. What's better for the community as a whole, and that's why I am running for sheriff. I am. I want to sit down and I think you seen my video, and if you haven't, look at it. I want to sit down at the round table with everybody. Everybody's welcome.
Right.
No more separation, division. Let's fight together.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I heard this quote, and I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna ask the next question. I got to say this because you were talking about having options for people that need to pay child support and stuff instead of housing them, and we can save on the budget. And I love the idea. I heard this quote, Goody Mob, old rap group. I don't know if you're familiar with Goody Mob.
I ain't too old.
Yeah, come on now. so one of the guys in the skit said, you know, I'm tired of y'all pouring libations for your dead homies and then turning back around and throwing the trash at your dead homies. You know what I mean? And that's why, again, like it speaks to the community. Especially in the impoverished neighborhoods. You know, I just kind of want to that idea just stuck with me for some odd reason. I just think it's so important in our community, in the black community especially, because you can go anywhere. I drive trucks for a living. I used to do Amazon Prime. I do a lot of traveling jobs. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I've distributed wine and beer, so I see different sides of the different of North Carolina, the state. And you know, every black community, I ain't gonna say every, but majority of the black communities that I go to, you can tell that it's a black community because there's trash different, you know, on the floors, you know, in the neighborhoods, you know, you got all kind of old cars piled up, you know what I mean? Like it's just a lot
Mm-hmm.
that's going on. So I just feel like for people that don't have an opportunity, it may not be that it may not be that they can't find opportunity. It may just be that they don't know how, you know? They just don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to find the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Because some people are just don't honestly just don't know how.
They don't know.
So
Or they're
yeah,
prideful,
or their pride.
or maybe
Yeah.
they have a record and it's something keeping them. And sometimes, especially in our community, because we don't talk about mental health enough, sometimes
Mm.
there's mental health things going on,
Yes, Lord.
whether it be depression or anxiety. And I think I shared this quote with Lamoy the other day, and it was specifically geared to black women, but it was still a quote nonetheless. And the black woman, the quote that she made was, her counselor told her, so many black women feel like they're failing when they don't realize that they're actually dealing with depression and anxiety. So for years they
Mm,
put themselves down, feeling like, I'm not reaching my goals. I'm a failure at this. And it's because they're putting the weight of the world on their shoulders and
mhm,
feeling like they have to make it for everyone, versus realizing that, hey, it's okay to have a bad day, but how do I become a self-starter? How do I restart myself? How do
mhm,
I do affirmations? Do I have an accountability partner? What can I do? And I think so many times our black men deal with this, right?
mhm,
And or they messed up one time, now they're out, they have a record, they're not able, they're getting pushback as they're
mhm.
trying to succeed. They take a step back, they feel like they get knocked back 3 steps.
Yeah.
And so, motivating them to say, hey, it's okay, let's work from here. And it,
Mhm,
it almost reminds me, when I think about some of our communities and how they look, almost like a child having a tantrum. You're not
mm,
paying attention to me, so now I'm going to make you pay attention to me.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then subconsciously not even realizing that that's what
You
they're
tearing
doing.
this up. Yeah.
It's literally giving power to those that don't deserve your power.
Yeah.
And I do. So one of those programs, social programs that we're going to start in the sheriff's office is moving along and meeting and working together with second NC Second Chance.
Mm,
That's phenomenal.
So NC Second Chance, I've been reading about it. I hadn't even met the individual that's in charge of it, but it is a very good program where
mhm,
I'm giving these guys a second chance. And how I'm doing that, I'm already meeting with the business communities now, business owners, to get them started
mhm,
on their own business platforms and programs. I'm already starting to network that way, because when you become the sheriff, you're responsible for a lot of things, and not just
Mhm.
justice. Standing in the gap for wrongdoings and everything is your
mm,
goal.
mm.
And there's that goal right
Ah,
there.
you see who's ready.
You see the
Yeah,
timing? You see the timing?
yeah, that's your goal.
Yeah.
Stand in the gap for all the districts, the things that are not happening that should be happening for every community,
Mhm.
and that's a goal of mine. And why
Yeah.
not be a part of that? Why
Yeah.
not be an individual that says, I'm for the community, I am the community, I'm a part of doing this, I'm a part of doing
Mm,
that. I'm a part of. I don't want. I was looking at the Freedom Caucus where it said that the individuals that went to jail and they didn't do anything. They didn't. I'm a part of getting them guys. You want to be a part of everything that's a social aspect,
yeah.
makes your
Mhm.
community better. That's the sheriff's responsibility if you're gonna hire a sheriff. And I think that
Mm,
I'm gonna be a busy man if I get the job. As y'all can see, I got a lot
you-
of things that I want to do. I
you-
got a lot
right.
of admirations, but I
Yeah.
never make a goal that I won't try to fix. And if I can't finish it, I will stand up and say, "Hey, I came short on this one. Can y'all help me out?" That's
Yeah.
me. I'm not perfect, and you
Come
gotta
on
be
now.
humble, and you gotta be not perfect. This is a
Yeah.
not perfect system. How am I gonna get everything right?
Yeah. Let me say this real quick, free, and then we're going to wrap it up. But I live by this. It's a Bible scripture, right?
Yeah,
And it says, every good gift and good deed is from God above,
that's right.
right? And I believe if it's an inspiration, it's God inspired,
That's right.
right?
Mhm.
And if it's inspired by God, then that means that it's already in you when you were the one chosen to deliver that
Mm.
to the rest of the world.
That's right.
See what
That's
I'm saying? So if we don't see ourselves as that, then we lose identity of self, or we may not ever have known our own identity.
wow.
But if God gave you
Okay.
that, if God gave you that, brother,
Yeah.
we here, we rooting for you, and we're here to
We'll
support
support
and
however we
however
can.
we can,
You know what, man?
Yeah,
We stand in the gap together. We all stand. United we
ab-
stand.
Yes.
There
absolutely.
can be no separation. United
That's
we
right.
stand. Period.
That's right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
I'm elated. Like to know the panel discussion next week about let me make sure I say it correct.
What?
The I
The
know I don't want to tear it up. I don't want to tear it up. I don't want to tear it up. Limo, let's talk about the
The panel
panel.
discussion.
The
Okay, I
panel
got you.
discussion
I
for the
got you.
22nd.
The panel discussion for the 22nd is going to be a live stream
Yes.
panel discussion of four phenomenal brothers
On the
um
22nd
on the 20
at noon.
at noon, 12 noon next Saturday or
Yep.
January 22nd, 12 noon, right here on the Kool Spot. We're going to have a panel discussion of four phenomenal brothers. They're all a part of criminal justice or have served in as police officers or in the force some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Correct.
And the topics that we're going to go over are the what was it? The black homicide and the black community, and
Correct.
also the police brutality in the black community.
Correct.
Right. But
I
the
just want to say
question,
I got the wording on that first part right because I said black on black one time and Limo was
yeah,
about to
yeah.
hit
And
me.
I mean, I say it, but to be politically correct, to avoid the
Right.
arguing, people want to hear black homicide instead of
Black
black on
homicide
black.
rate. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that I can't wait to dig into it because it's going to be something phenomenal. Knowing we have someone running for sheriff that's been in law enforcement 20 plus years,
Yep.
knowing that we have someone that is a lawyer, knowing
Yep.
that we have someone else that is one of the youngest sergeants, knowing
Yep.
we have another brother that is a pillar in the community.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait. I
Yes,
am
sir.
like literally elated. Like next weekend, come on.
Next weekend.
So we just want to thank you, Tivon, for hopping up here with us,
Yeah.
letting us get to know you, giving us that opportunity. And we just can't wait to just shop into this next week.
Yeah. I'm excited. And yeah, and before we close out, I got to give a shout out to Speech of the Arrested Development.
Yes,
The intro song that you guys hear for the Kool Spot was a sponsored by Speech and also Rambo of Arrested Development. That were actually on the song. Speech is from Arrested Development. Rambo is a producer and also an artist that performed on the song as well. So that song was sponsored to the Kool Spot. It's something that we take pride in. You guys are going to hear
yes.
some wheels fall off, and yeah, and I'm just excited about that too. So shout out to Arrested Development, shout out to Rambo, shout out to
Good job.
yeah, Bobby B. What's it? Is it Robbie? I done messed the man name, but the last feature guy on there.
He
But
gonna fix it, y'all. We're gonna fix it by the
we're
next
gonna
one. You
fix
had a
it.
name. Just know we appreciate y'all though.
Yeah, yeah. But thank you guys for tuning in. Again, it is your true Lamorticina, aka Mr. Kool Spot,
Yeah, your co-host
aka
free.
should I give him the host? No, I ain't gonna give him the whole spiel.
AKA backslash
The
the
backslash the Gator. and Mr. Tivon Howard, thank you again, brother, for sharing your time with us, taking some time out your busy schedule, and just kicking it at the Kool Spot. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
No problem.
absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely.